Koko Town is in the news again as an eyewitness photo of a black sludge suspected to be toxic is found in a compound in that town. What is this all about? We visited for updates. Hazardous or toxic waste can be described as substances that pose a threat to public health or the environment. So when the news of the toxic waste dumped by an Italian chemical company in the backyard of an unsuspecting man Sunday Nana in the then unknown town of Koko, located in Delta State, broke in 1988, there was a worldwide outcry that prompted the then military government to take steps to clear the mess. A professor of ecosystem health and pollution management at the University of Lagos recounts the incident.
That reawakened the consciousness of the federal government of Nigeria towards issues pertaining to environment. And that led to the establishment of what the defunct Federal Environmental Protection Agency under the late Evans, Dr. Evans Aino, was set up then. And quickly, a policy on the environment, a national policy on the environment was developed. And I still recall that that led to what we call the Harmful Wastes Special Criminal Provisions Act of 1988 also came into play. So the government actually reacted to that incident and set up a number of machineries.
29 years after, when the hope that the lessons of that experience would have been learned, Koko is in the news again for allegedly the same reasons. Allegations have surfaced that this compound in the area, shown on Channels Television's Eyewitness platform, is the dumping ground for hazardous materials. An alarm was raised by concerned citizens who alerted an environmental scientist in Abuja. He speaks on the findings of the test.
My attention was called. We went there and collected samples. Soil, sample, sludge, slurry, and storm water. Laboratory analysis was conducted, results released, and it showed clearly that the waste was toxic and even carcinogenic.
Channels Television visited the site and was able to get this shot before the crew was chased out by men suspected to be behind the dumping.
They are buried without treatment in very large holes in about 4 acres of land. You bury these things, there will be separation. Separation of this radioactive waste, carcinogenic waste, toxic waste into the body of water.
The recording shows men working to cover what appears to be thick black sludge. The effect that these may have on the health and livelihood of the community is what bothers these residents.
Like the fishes in that place are no longer there. We don't farm anymore because the soil is no more fertile, for crop production.
So now that these environmental cankerworms appears to have burst open again, what should the authorities do?
We should move in quickly, do an assessment, follow up in terms of removal and handling and storage, and then do a decontamination of the area. And then naturally we must follow up with some prosecution of whoever is responsible for that act.
For a region that blames foreigners for their pollution woes, the truth must be told. Nothing stops a proposal from being presented. What matters is its acceptance or refusal. And as it stands here in Koko, the residents appear to have chosen to turn a blind eye and tread on a path that may ultimately pollute everything they have.